Martin Luther King said this: "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter." What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chris Rush. I know I haven't done a video in a long time. I've been meaning to do this video for quite a while, and I just, I'm fed up with procrastinating on this thing. I need to do this video. And I need to talk about real quick that social justice begins in the womb. Social justice begins in the womb. You agree? This is my son, Jonah. Amen. He's got a lot to say about this issue as well. I go to a church that has been somewhat founded on the reputation of being a social justice church. I'm part of a people group, the black community, that's very involved there. We came from the civil rights, and we have we went through the civil rights era, so we have a sense of justice in our bones and our blood, and Martin Luther King and all these things. But I need to try to make clear to everyone that if there's no justice for a baby in the womb, literally, if you take the right from a child to live, then everyone else's rights can be taken away. Truly, what's going on in our nation today is absolutely the consequence of 42 years of nonstop murdering children, to the place now where our politics, with our laws, it's just lawlessness. Everyone's just doing what they want to do, and hardly anyone's getting in trouble by it. I'm talking about the major things. They always want to prosecute the small fry, but they never get in the big guys who are doing evil. And you wonder why. It's because when you get away with doing a big evil, as 56 million children dead, then what else? Sky's the limit. And so what I'm saying is that we cannot demand justice for the poor, for sex trafficking, for amen, for any other issue, if we ignore this issue of 3,000 babies dying a day in our city. You guys, we have to weigh it out. People love to, bring up sex trafficking when I talk about abortion. I go, well, and that's my response. And I go, beloved, is sex trafficking legal? Is there a building that says come have sex with a 12-year-old? It's legal? Is there a people group fighting for the protection of that? Is it happening in broad daylight where our police officers our politics are allowing that? No, but the murder of human beings is happening that way. So not just sex trafficking, you guys. Black community, my people. This topic does not make you happy, does it? We have to demand the justice for the baby in the womb. Justice begins in the womb. When it was legal to kill me when I was in my mother's womb, then guess what? It's a lesser crime for a police officer to beat my head to the ground outside today. It's a lesser crime for any other injustice to happen to me, for me to go starving. It's a lesser crime. It's a lesser crime to do anything else against me. I talked to a leader recently, and people don't like to level out injustices. And I go, well, let me ask you this. If I was an abolitionist and I came to you back when slavery was legal, and I said, man, we got to do something about the 3 million Africans being raped and killed every day. And you say, well, man, we got brothels, and we got, than the 3,000 children dying a day. I can't. If you could tell me, this is what I said. Well, can you tell me a greater evil that's going on in my city than the murder of preborn human beings, 30 of them in my city a day. Can you give me a greater evil than that that's going on? Because if a killer was going around in little kids' schools, killing kids in schools, 30 kids a day, we'll be freaking out. But it's happening in abortion clinics. And so just like Martin Luther King said, is that injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. If you don't give a child in the womb who you can't see, that it doesn't necessarily affect your life justice, if you don't care about that, guess what, beloved? The spiritual principle still remains, that what you reap, you will sow. If you don't care about the baby in the womb, no one's going to care really about when injustice hits your house. And it is hitting our houses, and it's destroying our community. So social justice begins in the womb. It's time for us to rise up. A special message to the black community: if we ignore the murder, the premeditated murder of the black genocide of this community, people go, well, Chris, what's worse than abortion is genocide. Well, exactly, it's happening to us. You need a replacement rate of two kids per woman to keep a population up, and that's not happening in the black community. This is a social issue that, as black leaders, if we ignore this, we are the enemies. We are the people who are committing genocide against our own people. And everything that our ancestors worked for to bring us to a place where we can have equality in our nation has been for nothing. And so we need to rise up. Social justice begins in the womb. Raise your voice. All hands on deck. Join us in the movement. It's time for us to raise up. It's time for us to get busy. It's time for us to get loud for the issue of abortion, demanding for the abolition of it. Chris Rush, All Hands on Deck, Mayor Whoville. Talk to you guys later.
All right, bring it in, bring it in. So look, we got a mission and we got an agenda. Let's pull it together, go out there and represent. It's gonna feel like you're alone sometimes, but remember, we right behind you. Yo,